What's going on, guys? PepperBelly here. And it's been a while since I've actually made a video for Titanfall, and it's actually kind of been a while since I even played Titanfall to begin with. And obviously the game's gone through some numerous updates and has had some nice additions in terms of the DLC, the new maps, stuff that they have, and I think it comes with a few new campaign missions. Although I never ended up getting them myself, so I have absolutely no idea if they're good or not. I still have the stock Titanfall game, and I'm perfectly content with that. But it's kind of funny because I remember I was talking about this game in the past when I was like, oh, this is like my new favorite first-person shooter. It's just, it's over-the-top action, it's ridiculous, it's crazy, it's so much fun, and it's got mechs in it, and you're shooting each other with big old guns, and you're blowing each other up, and it's friggin' awesome. And then I stopped playing it, and it wasn't because it wasn't any good. So I want to stress that. It's not because I stopped playing it because I was like, oh, I'm bored with this game. It was just because, well, as time goes on, and new games come out, and there's more games to play, then you tend to do that, and you stop playing other games as a result, and that's pretty much what happened. I was playing a lot of other games. If you're like me, I like to play a variety, hence my channel is a variety gaming channel. I play all kinds of different games, mostly pertaining to shooters, or any type of war-themed game where you're killing people. It's kind of messed up, really. But, you know, I like also racing games, and, you know, whatever. It's just general games. I like to play games in general, whatever the genre. And as I was saying, this doesn't mean that Titanfall isn't any good. It just means, well, if you're like me, you're a game whore, and you like shaking your booty all over the industry and playing a variety of games, and, you know, take pride in that, because usually, you know, whatever. But my point is, I play a variety of games, and that's the only reason why I actually really kind of stopped playing Titanfall. It had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't enjoy it, or I was bored. It was just that I wanted to explore other avenues, and doing so, you know, you can't just have the same amount of time given in everything, right? Like, eventually you're gonna have to kind of sacrifice game time in other games to you know, bring up more game time in others, and that's just the way it kind of goes. Same thing if you think about studying for school, right? You gotta if you're going to school and you're doing an education, you gotta focus more on that, so you're limiting your amount of time you're playing games, and you're focusing more on, you gotta rebalance your time and restructure things. So, except for me, that's for like all games. And the point is, that's why I stopped playing Titanfall. I like over-explained all of that. But if you still don't get it, then I feel sorry, because I don't really know what else I could say. I pretty much just explained the crap out of it. Anyway, so Titanfall's gone through some reiterations, it's gone through updates, it's got new game types. And this game type you're seeing right now is called Marked for Death. And it's actually the first time, all the footage you're seeing here is among the first few matches I've ever played of this game type, because I've never played it before, and I've read it. So like when I was reading it, you know, I go on, you can choose your game type, and I saw Marked for Death. I was like, oh, this is new. It's got like a little star beside it, and I was like, oh, cool, I want to try this. And like, I looked at it, read up on it. It's like, oh my god, man, like there's VIP per team. It's kind of like Juggernaut, if you want to think of it in like Halo sense, where one person is marked for death, and basically the goal is you have to go kill that person, and vice versa for whoever's on your team. Or if you're the actual person, you have to have, like this right now, like I'm marked for death, I'm going after this poor sod, and I win because, you know, I had Folgers on my cup this morning, so I'm like a killing machine. That's what Folgers don't tell you, but if you drink that stuff, it's fucking, you're nuts. Kill things, go crazy, it's psychological breakdown in your neural system in your brain, it's all kinds of, it's messy, that's why psychopaths drink it a lot. Anyway, the point is, it's a lot of fun, and I actually couldn't even find a match before, and it seemed like the game wasn't dead, but it felt like it. Like, I was trying to play Marked for Death on like the US North Central, whatever the hell it is. Not the US East, it's like the central north of the north, like igloos and shit, that kind of north, whatever. I'm guessing it's like Chicago and, you know, that general area and where I am, I guess. I don't really know. But I tried playing on there, and I couldn't find any servers. It's like, it locked me into a game where it'd be like, oh yeah, searching for players, and it would throw me into a lobby all by myself, and I'd be sitting there waiting for people to connect, and it never would. So I finally decided to join a US East server and just, you know, or sign up to go into the US East, so it's searching for servers in that locale, and ended up finding games, and this is the first time I actually played it, and holy shit, like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's like, I can see Capture the Flag and Marked for Death being the most competitive nature game types in this game, just because it's insane, man. It's crazy. It's like, you're running around, and there's so much at stake in terms of, if you're the person marked for death, you gotta like really, I mean, everyone knows where you are, and they're gonna come down on you like a freight train, and at the same time, you gotta kill the other person, so it's like this crazy race for who can get to which person quickly, and who's more accurate and has the fast enough reflexes to eliminate everyone within the vicinity and take out the objective. and it's such a fucking exhilarating experience. Kind of reminds me of like Capture the Flag. That's why I'm saying it's kind of the competitive nature, because anything that ups your adrenaline and gets you super pumped up, where you're like kind of hyped up, as if you've been smoking a bunch of crack or something. Like you just your mind is like so accelerated at this rate that you just feel, you know, it's basically an adrenaline rush. You're just so, your reactions, your situational awareness, everything is just peaked. And a game type that can inspire that, in my mind, is probably one of the most competitive types of game types you can experience. And in this game, that would be Capture the Flag and Marked for Death, because every other game type's just like, oh, cool, capture the hard points, terrific. Oh, kill a bunch of grunts and specters, yay. Which is still super fun, but there's no risky element to it, or any element of like, I have to win, we have to be like super aggressive and just stampede through everything and kill everyone. And unfortunately, fortunately, Capture the Flag and Marked for Death offers both those attributes in Titanfall, which is fantastic, and not a lot of games actually have that nowadays, which is kind of shitty. You know, that like Counter-Strike, yeah, but you know, like I play a lot of Counter-Strike. I used to anyway, and I still do occasionally play it, and I was pretty competitive in that as well, and it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't really feel like there was, you know, the hype and the super intense like. It takes a while to get there, but in Titanfall it feels almost instant. Like the exact second I start this game up, I'm already like adrenaline through the roof, ready to kill shit and just move at uber insane speeds and just kill stuff, which is great. Anyway, video's coming to an end, guys. My name is PepperBelly. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.